Hello, my name is Patricia Holmes, and we are continuing to work in Chapter 11 using some of our artistic tools to take a photo and make it more of a pastel painting. So we worked on the sky. Now we are going to work on the grass. So the author wants us to choose a green. The author has given us the colors of RGB, which means red, green, blue combination of 92, 157, and 13. You can type in that green, or you can choose a green of your setting, and we're going to choose dry as our option up here, and then we're going to paint along the top section of the grass to highlight it. So see how this paint is a little bit lighter, so we want to paint along the top section to kind of add a highlight. And then we're going to choose a bit of a darker color. So we're going to sample a darker green from the grass itself. So I'm going to come over here, I'm going to click more of a darker green, and you can see the swatch right there. We're going to click OK, and we're going to choose very wet heavy mix in the option bar. So it's very wet heavy mix, and we're going to paint diagonal strokes to blend the colors of the grass itself with my paint on the brush, my new green paint on the brush. Again, this gives us more of a painting look instead of a photo. So we're going to continue to do this with the grass. Again, you will do a much better job than I am. And then what we're going to do is we're going to sample some light green and then use a dry brush to highlight areas on the trees and the small tree in the middle of the landscape. So let's choose a light green. Let's choose something that we just previously did. I'm going to choose that one. And we also want to choose a very wet heavy mix, which is already on there. And we are going to put this on just some of the highlights, the tips, the very tips of the trees. Let's go a little bit lighter. I'm not seeing it real well. I'm sorry, on this one particular portion we're going to use dry. We're going to use dry, and then we're going to just put little highlights in here on the tops of some of these trees like I'm doing, and some tops up here, and then over here like this. Okay. Alright, and then what we're going to do is we're going to select a darker green, very wet. So we're going to choose a dark green. I'm going to use the sample over here that we previously used. I'm going to choose very wet, heavy mix, and then we're going to paint over the trees. We're going to blend these trees a little bit, like this. And again, the purpose of this chapter exercise is to let us take a photo and change it more into an oil painting, if you will. And we're going to continue to do this for the trees. The next thing that we're going to do after we're done with the trees is we are going to sample a grass color, and we are going to do the same. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and do that now. I'm going to choose the brown grass color, and the author wants us to use the brush strokes up and down instead of diagonal, and we're going to go ahead and mix the grass. After you're done mixing the grass, save your work. We have completed this exercise for Chapter 11, which also happens to complete the chapter work. Okay, thank you very much for listening.